Welcome back, everybody. Let's have some fun with the Vox AC30 model in the Atomic Amplifier. The AC30 model is denoted as top boost. In here, I'm playing a parts caster with some Jason Lollar pickups in it. I have the bridge pickup selected and the volume control all the way up. I've gone in and selected the top boost, the matching cab, which comes stock with the amplifier, and it sounds like this. Alright, that's okay at the moment. One thing that I like to do with this amp model is to use particular third-party IR. I've got a cab pack from York Audio based around a Matchless 212, which sounds really, really good. I've got it loaded in here. I'm going to use the blend mix right here. So this is a blend between a Celestion H30 and a Greenback. If I just pop that in at the stock settings, so I guess the classic speaker that goes with a Vox is the Celestion Alnico Blue, but I think they sound really great with greenbacks as well. So I'm just going to go with that. I really like this particular IR. What I would do is set the roll off for the high end to about 10K. Then, as always, when I'm dialing in these particular presets, I use the first parametric EQ. I'll set the type to be a high pass. I'll use high pass number 1, and I'll set that at 100 Hertz. So just type in 0.1 right there, and we get this. And then doing that and just doing a little bit of tweaking, increasing the gain, bringing the bass down and bumping the mids and the treble, starts to add a bit of that characteristic AC30, A330, AC30 chime going on in there. The other thing that I would do to this is I'm actually going to go to the amp block. I'm going to turn the master all the way up, and I'll compensate by turning the level down, because a real AC30 wouldn't have a master volume control. And it makes it way more compressed, the feel improves, and you get a bit more grit out of it straight away. So that's that. If we wanted to push that even harder, we could take a clean boost in the boost block, just at the stock setting. Sounded like I forgot how to play guitar at the end there. That's not unusual. Awesome. That is sounding pretty fun, I think, for a kind of rock thing. We could back the gain off and we could go for more of a kind of sparkly AC30 thing. Let's add a compressor up front. And it sounds really cool when you make it hyper squishy right there. Let's just add the gate to get rid of some of that hiss. So you can really squish it for kind of more of a country thing, or you can back it off a little bit. I would just turn the threshold up and the ratio down in that case. And it just kind of evens your playing out. It makes everything a little bit easier to play. So I'll turn the gain down even further because now we have this. That's pretty cool. That compressor's really kind of pumping, so I'll turn the threshold up a bit more. Let's add a reverb to this. I want that kind of 90s diary rock sound at the moment. I'll use a plate reverb. I'll just turn the level down a bit. We get this. That's really, really nice and chimey. We can also add a delay. I'm going to set the delay position before the amp, and we can just set the tempo to be a dotted eighth note. It sounds like this. That soft digital setting's really, really nice. We can try, say, the dark tape and turn the level up on that guy. And that's a really, really sweet sounding delay. You could turn the level up further if you wanted more of that, and you can turn the feedback up more if you want more repeats. Another thing I like with a Vox style amp is a trem, and really using the trem to kind of drive the front end of it. So this is what the trem sounds like. You can add a little bit of slap back with this guy. Maybe just turn the level down and set the tempo to be a 16th note, which we can do. Let's just do straight up eighths. That's super fun. There's a lot of options going on, as you can see, with this AC30 model. As always, choosing the cab is the hardest part. Once you get a cab that you're happy with, I really like this York Audio matchless cab, and then it's just kind of seasoned to taste. Play around with the EQ the way you would with a regular amplifier and add some effects. It's a pretty versatile amp. It can do the really clean chimey stuff. It can do the 90s diary rock stuff. It can do the swampy Creedence sort of stuff. You can really wind it up and get a kind of Queen Brian May sound. It's just such a versatile amplifier. It's no wonder that people love the real deal amps and why they're such a popular backline amp. I know for nearly every sort of fly gig or festival style thing I've ever done, there's always been an AC30 available as a backline amp. For the sort of music I normally play when I'm doing those gigs, it's like the opposite of what I would need. But having said that, if I was doing just about any other sort of gig aside from the gig that I do, I would probably go with a backline AC30. But the nice thing about using something like a modeler, like an amplifier or an Axe-Fx, is you don't have to rely on the backline. You can have all these sounds dialed in and saved, and they sound fantastic when you know how to dial them in. So I hope this was informative. I hope you guys learnt something. Let me know which amp you want me to do next in the comments, and I'll see you guys real soon.